from Kalamazoo, direct to you, it's a WKZO.com quickcast.
Hello again, everybody, and on behalf, I'm Joe Palchak, by the way, for our guests here today, and on behalf of all the employees of Eaton's Vehicle Group, I'd like to welcome everyone to our Vehicle Group headquarters here in Charleston Township, Michigan. It's been a long time since we've had the privilege of hosting a governor here. In fact, our last visit was Governor Milliken. As we told you, in 1981, we dedicated this building, and he was here during the dedication. I think I actually was here for that, by the way. Yeah, that just says I'm kind of an old guy, but yeah, thank you. So I'm particularly pleased that Governor Granholm is here today. She has been a tireless champion for manufacturing and has led the battle to win more than $1 billion in federal support for Michigan advanced battery projects. 1.3. Part of which is ours, right? We'd like more. That's what brings her here today, by the way. But we were also taking the opportunity to share a number of success stories, particularly as Eaton is leading the introduction of hybrid power to the world's commercial vehicle fleets. The development of the advanced battery technology right here in Michigan will certainly support our vehicle development efforts. Please join me in welcoming a true friend of Eaton Corporation, Governor Jennifer M. Granholm.
Thank you, Joe. And it's true that today is your first official day in this newer capacity, right?
First day I have my own office.
I knew that, of course. So I'm here to welcome you as. Thank you so much for greeting me and for allowing me to see a little bit about what you all are doing, which is so strategic for the state of Michigan. And I want to put that in context just for a moment. But as I do, I want to acknowledge the folks who I work with every day in the legislature who helped to put this strategic plan of Michigan in the right place. The economy, I think it's safe to say that we all recognize that no one entity can do this. Clearly, there has to be a partnership among public entities, but clearly the private sector plays the biggest role. And so what is happening here in Eaton and with the battery announcement, or it's not even the battery so much, it's the handshake between the commercial vehicle and the battery that's happening right here, is such an integral part of what we are trying to do in Michigan to diversify our economy, both inside the vehicle industry and outside it. And if I could just spend 1 second on this battery effort to try to make Michigan the place where the 21st century battery, the lithium-ion battery, is produced, is something that began 3 years ago when our Michigan Economic Development Corporation, I asked them to identify what is it, because we knew the auto industry is going through this unusual moment of contraction and loss of market share and all of that. What is it that Michigan can focus on, building on the strengths that we have, that we know that we can succeed in? And they identified among other things, but the battery, the next generation battery, was a key aspect of that. And so the legislators, the older ones who are here, voted for something known as Centers of Energy Excellence. We have focused on alternative energy, clean technology as one aspect of diversification, of course the battery being a part of that. Centers of Energy Excellence is a way to team up a private sector company with a university and government support to sort of commercialize breakthrough technology, breakthrough patents, and make sure that those businesses that result are here on the ground. So we did 6 centers of energy excellence. 2 of them are focused on batteries. 2 are focused on biofuels, and 2 are focused on materials, lightweight materials, to make vehicles presumably run more efficiently and faster and more lightweight. The battery technology effort was then furthered when last year, actually in January of this year, the legislature voted to approve battery credits. that were unprecedented. Michigan put a stake in the ground and said, we are going to have the most robust incentives for battery companies who choose to come to Michigan. As you probably know, if you're working in this area, batteries right now are all largely made in Asia. And so your first partner was Hitachi, I think, on the big battery that is attached to the hydraulic commercial vehicle out there. But your next partner is going to be a company that is manufacturing both the cells and the battery pack assembly in Michigan because of the tax incentives that we put on the table and because of the Obama administration's commitment to making us energy independent and their desire to put a bunch of money behind it. So when the Obama administration announced these grants that they were going to put on the street, we said that we were going to team up with battery companies like Compact Power, who is one of your partners, and Johnson Controls Saft, and A123, and COCAM. And we said we would team up with them and put them with a partner and make sure that they manufactured the cells and the battery packs here. So when we did that, and when you all put in your application, which we didn't even know about, we didn't know that you guys were teaming up with this South Coast Air Quality Management District. Your piece of this was embedded in their application. And as it turns, when the Obama administration said, well, Michigan, you are getting more than half of all of the battery grants that we are putting out. $2.4 billion worth of battery grants. Michigan got $1.3 billion of that investment. More than half of all of the national grants came here. So you want to talk about a game changer for us and for putting a stake in the area of electrifying the vehicle. This is it. Now you guys have such a tremendous slice of that because, of course, it's one thing to focus on passenger vehicles, and the battery technology has become quite advanced on that. Commercial vehicles and the weight that's associated with that, it's a lot more complicated, a lot more expensive. And so the fact that you are focusing on those fleet vehicles, which can do a huge amount to reducing carbon emissions and achieving our national goal of becoming independent of foreign oil, is phenomenal. So all of this great brain power that's here on this campus, furthering our state's goal of diversifying our economy and furthering our nation's goal of becoming independent of foreign oil. Can you imagine how important the work is that you are doing here? What a fantastic thing for us as a region, but for us as a state. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the great brain power that you bring to this equation. Thank you for the great work you are doing. And as I said to the management team here, depending on your future plans and your future suppliers and partners, we want to make a good business case for any of them to come to Michigan and bring jobs to Michigan. So spread the word. Thank you all very, very much.